Uh, let me see here. Why is this not hooking in? Why is it not hooking in? Let me see if. Oh man. Welcome, 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 everybody. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's Friday is going to be fantastic. But like me, I always say take it one day at a time. One day at a time. All right. Today, what we're going to talk about, why are we making winning pick three so difficult? And pretty much that's what I'm looking at. Why are we making winning pick three so difficult? When really all we really have to do is track all 1,000 numbers. Okay? Pick three is the only one that you can put pen on paper and track all 1,000 numbers. And that's the only one I specialize in. Welcome, welcome, everybody. The only one I specialize in is pick three because it's trackable, teachable, and it's doable. The odds of winning pick three are better than all the scratchers, the pick fours, the pick five, quite naturally, the mega millions, and all the other games. So you can build a strategy and skill set with pick three by tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and using the law of average to your advantage because you can see where those 1,000 numbers, those single 1,000 numbers, have to trade places with one another, working with the law average. Meaning, say you got 1, 2, 3. It has 6 different ways to come, meaning out of those 1,000 numbers, it'd be 6 of them in there. It'll be 1, 2, 3. It'll be 1, 3, 2. It'll be 2, 1, 3. It'll be 2, 3, 1. It'll be 3, 1, 2. And it'll be 3, 2, 1. That's the 6 different ways working with the law average. Nothing's going to change that. The numbers have to rotate. And you can track them and see what's going on with them so you can build a strategy and a skill set to play. Just like the 1,000 numbers and you got 1 and 1,000 odds, that's not going to change. Those 1,000 numbers are going to come randomly. There's no strategy. Hello, hello. Is that Lacey? Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. And there's no strategy. We have, I guess, hundreds of tic-tac-toe, date sums, root sums, and all those things to try to figure out what numbers are going to hit the next day. From my 30 years of tracking, there's nothing out there that's going to tell you what's hitting the next day. What we have to our advantage is to be able to actually track the 1,000 numbers for individual states. All the numbers run different in all the states. There's no tic-tac-toe, no root sum, no algorithm is going to work for all the states. And the reason being, all those 1,000 numbers rotate different in all the states. That's why it's imperative that each one of us track our own numbers, the ones that want to win, track our own numbers and know what's going on in that state. That's why I don't predict numbers or put numbers up saying play these for this state or play these because I see that they traveling. I don't do travelings because I know that that's not how the numbers work. They work randomly, and there's no rhyme or reason to how those numbers are going to come out other than tracking the numbers and see what they're actually doing. So after getting my battle scars with PICK-3, I said, and I read every book there was and everything. I said, well, it's got to be something that I could do to track all 1,000 numbers that I could put on paper to help me become a bigger and better winner and get in the winner circle and to be a better player. So what I did, um, I came up with four workouts that tracks the actual 1,000 numbers and let me know what's going on with them at all time. For no matter what state I'd be in or wherever I'd be, I could use these workout sheets to find the winning numbers. Not the next day, but how to build a bucket list of the numbers that I'm going to play and stay with continuously until they came in. Okay? So, what you're looking at here is one of the sheets, the strategies that I came up with. Right on this one sheet, pretty much here, is three strategies. Strategy one is the singles. Strategy two is the single pairs. Strategy three is the number of positions. I know what position the numbers fell in. And then I do front pairs and back pairs, tracking them on paper. Doing the front pairs and the back pairs. Okay, front pair, back pair. So what I do for the winning number that came in, and I'm state specific right now for Illinois. So what I do is I use only one rundown or workout, you might call it. One rundown or workout. And that's the 1-1-1 rundown. And it's a very effective rundown. Okay? So the Illinois number that came in was 221 for evenings. And I only do evenings. I don't try to do midday and evening and all of that because I found out that it's not really necessary. I can win just as good doing one draw, and then you can maybe go up to two draws, but I probably wouldn't do any more than that on the draws to win. But I've done pretty good with just sticking with one draw because I can build a strategy and a skill set for it. And I do show winning tickets. I get emails from the Illinois lottery when I win. I posted a couple of them already to let you know I do have receipts of PICK-3 at a glance working. And because I play online in Illinois, I don't go buy tickets. It's very convenient that way. And when you win, they send you an email letting you know that you won. And I post those emails to let you know I won. So I had somebody thought they was fake. I said, if I could fake an email from Illinois Lottery, buddy, I wouldn't be on YouTube. You know that, don't you? It wouldn't be here. But I just want to share my strategy with everybody because I know it works. And everybody, no matter what state, wherever you at, if they got a PICK-3 with 1,000 numbers, we all can be on the same page. We all can talk together the same way when I'm explaining the PICK-3 at a glance strategy. Because like I say, everybody's got a different way they do the grids. Everybody got a different way they do the workouts. Everybody got a different way they do the tic-tac-toe. Everybody got a different way they got a pyramid. And all this stuff is to find out what's coming in the next day. And you burn up a lot of money trying to chase these numbers. You get in the habit of chasing the numbers, trying to win. Okay, so we got the 2-2, the 2-2-1 that came in Illinois evening draw. 2-2-1. And what you do, like I say, we're going to do a rundown. We call this a rundown. There's only one you have to worry about learning. and this here is a double, and you do the 1-1 rundown on the 2-2-1, you're just going to add 1 to the 2, you get 3, 1 to the 3, you get 4, 1 to 4, you get 5, 1 to 5, you get 6, 1 to 6, you get 7, 1 to 7, you get 8, 1 to 8, you get 9, 1 to 9, you're going to get 10. You just use the 0 in lottery math. You just use 0. And then you add 1 to 0, you're going to get 1. And then you draw the line, and 1 to 1, you get 2. Once you get the same number at the bottom, you get at the top, you add it correctly. That's why I use the 1-1-1 rundown, because you won't make a mistake. It's easy to count and easy to use. And here you're just going to count straight down again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, and 2. And here again, you're going to add 1 to 1, you're going to get 2. 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you're going to get 9. Again, you're going to add 1 to the 9, you're going to get 0. And 1 to the 0, you get 1. Same number at the bottom here, you get at the top, you add it correctly. All right. Now, what you want to do with this workout, you want to find out where the 2-2-1 is with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy. All right. So what I did, I took 22 numbers that I did the 1-1 rundown on, right here. I took 22 numbers which I did the 1-1-1 rundown on, and I got 22 columns. All right. So right here, you got 12 singles and you got 10 doubles, which give you 22 columns. With these 12 singles, you got 720 of the 1,000 numbers that you can look at a glance right here. See these 12 columns here? That you have, and you got, I call these the base numbers, which is the base numbers here on top. These numbers here, the 012, the 013, the 014, the 015, the 016, the 017, the 018. Make sure I got it over enough. 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, 037. These are the base numbers. These are the numbers I use to make up the 12 singles that would give me the 720 number combination of the 1,000 numbers. Okay, now, and here is the same thing, which gives you the 12 columns, and the reason which you get the 720 of those numbers at a glance, each one of these singles can come 6 different ways. So each one of the columns is representing 60 of the 1,000 numbers, with the 6 different ways that these numbers can come. Like I said before, if you got 1, 2, 3, it can come as a 1, 1, 3, 2, and it can come as 2, 1, 3, and it can come as 2, 3, 1, and it can come as 3, 1, 2, and it can come as 3, 2, 1. That's the 6 different ways that these numbers can come, each one of them. So 12 times 60 gives you 720 of those 1,000 numbers you can look at to win. So what we're trying to find, and got the same with the doubles, which is the doubles here, and that 2-2-1 is a double. Doubles can only come 3 different ways. Okay? So this is the double column. All right? And you got 10 of them. So you got the 001, 002, 003, 004, 005. You got triple zeros. Then you have 011, 022, 033, 044. And that's your 10 columns. All right? So, and they can come three different ways. And with those three different ways, you're going to get 9 of them because the triples can only come one way, which is column 6 here. 9 of them, you're going to have 9 times 30 gives you the 270. Then you add the 10 for the triples because they can only come one way. That's 280, and 720 gives you your 1,000 numbers, all on a glance with 22 columns that you are looking at. Now here, we want to find what column the 122 is under. And to do that, with the rundown we did, right here. Oh, where's my paper? How'd that get there? That's an extra paper that got caught on. When you do the 1-1 rundown, you want to see what column that this 221 is under. So when you start doing this, you'll memorize the base numbers. All right? And you'll know which one of the numbers is the base number because all the base numbers have a 0 in them. All right? So you don't have to look at all these different numbers here. You just want to look at the ones with the 0. And I automatically know that this 011 is one of the base numbers. So I'm going to go to the 011 to find the 122. And here it is right here. Can you see that? Let me mark it off. You circle it. Bam, you're done. Because once you realize what the numbers are, you're gonna automatically know where the base numbers are and what columns it is. It'll come to you, and you'll just go to that column, mark it off. So the object of this here is at the end of the month, you know what all numbers fell for that month at a glance off your columns right here. And what we're looking for working with the law average, because remember, all these numbers rotate. What we're looking for is what numbers are left off the columns. We transfer that information over to the next month. And we're looking at using those numbers as our numbers to play, working with the law average. What numbers didn't play is the ones you're going to be looking at and how things are falling as what you're going to look at to make your numbers with the play. Pretty simple. Once you start doing it, you'll see how easy it is to strategize and build a skill set to winning in your state. Because see, the importance of this, everybody's numbers are going to be running different. So I can't give you a tic-tac-toe or a date sum or anything that would be applicable to your state. That's why I don't give numbers or predict numbers. I'll tell people what I'm playing for Illinois. I don't even give them numbers because if they doing what I'm doing, they might see something I miss. Or a certain way they play that they might hit. But the only way they can do it is tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Because they're not going to see it with the degrees, the root sums, the date sums, the tic-tac-toes, the multiple workouts and different rundowns. They're not going to be able to see what the numbers are doing different in their state because everybody that normally does their strategy, they make it applicable to all the states, but all the states' numbers running different. It just ain't going to work that way from my tracking. And that's why I don't predict numbers like that. I don't tell people. I always tell people what I'm playing, and I'll show people in Illinois what I'm playing, and then they can make the choice to play it or not. but the principle is the same. The principle won't never change working with the law of average. Okay? Now, once I did that, I realized to increase my chances of winning and getting in the winner's circle, I need to know what pairs have failed and what have not failed for the month and how to use those pairs to win. So I came up with this triangle right here. Can you see all of it? Let me see. Yeah. With this triangle. And this triangle has all 1,000 pairs. Probably more than that in pairs, but it got all the 1,000 number pairs for sure. For sure. Got all the 1,000 numbers pairs. So what I'm looking for, when I mark these pairs off, end of the month, I'm looking for what pairs did not fall to carry them to the next month to win. Okay, so we had the 1, 2, 2 to come in. What we have here, we're going to mark off the 12 because it's two separate numbers that's different. So you're going to have two different pairs to mark off. You're going to mark off the 22 and you're going to mark off the 12. All right? Now you know those pairs came out for the month. Then, if you have a number with three different numbers like the 1, 2, 3, you got three separate pairs. You'd mark off the 12, the 13, and you'd mark off the 23, like that. That way, by the end of the month, you're going to know what pairs are left or didn't fall. See, these numbers here that's underlined here are the pairs that haven't failed for the month as of yet. So that lets me know the ones that's underlined, what pairs I'm looking at. For example, and two, one other thing, if you got triples, that's only one number that didn't fall, you'd mark off, like if it's triple zeros, you'd mark off the double zeros, or triple ones, the double ones. That lets you know that that double pair failed for the month. So you don't miss not marking that off as a triple that failed and not mark that pair off. Because as you're doing this, you're going to be able to see how the numbers are rotating, how they're moving for your state. Because you're going to find it's going to be totally different from midday to evening, evening to midday. That's why I say midday numbers don't bring evening numbers, and evening numbers don't bring midday numbers. All of mine is from midday to midday or evening to evening. Midday to midday, your tracking should be from midday to midday, evening to evening, using the PICK-3 glance strategy. Because all those numbers are going to rotate even are different using the law average. And that's why you have to stay on what draw you're on, midday or evening. So here, what happened with me by tracking, and I say I keep an eye on what numbers haven't failed, pairs haven't failed. Okay, so what we have here, the 38 in Missouri didn't fall for 4 months. That's what I'm talking about. So you think that another state gonna be traveling just with yours and a 38 don't fall for 4 months along with you? That ain't happening. You got to know what's going on with these numbers for you to win. So the 38 didn't fall for 4 months. Quite naturally with me, my strategy skill set, I picked it up when I win. I know where I'm picking the numbers up. I'm not guessing why I'm playing my numbers, the pairs, or the actual number, or why I'm playing it. And when you see that these numbers can take 60 to 90 days to come out, you won't be jumping on and off on all these numbers and chasing them trying to win. Because you're going to be looking at the actual numbers and what's going on with them. Now here, that was strategy number 2. And just recently I put up data where I want, emails where I want. These numbers are they call numbers, they want to say mirrors. I'm getting away from using that term mirror. So I've been using it for 2 years, but I try to explain my system better. Hey, Scott, how you doing, buddy? Uh, and I want to get away from saying mirrored numbers because they'll use that term to mirror single numbers and mirror this and flip that. These numbers are actually opposite of each other, not mirrored, because this O1 and this 5 6 is opposite pairs. I don't want to use mirror. And if I do actually didn't say mirror, realize I'm saying they're opposite pairs. Just like these numbers are opposite numbers, but we'll get into that a little bit more. Right here, you got 0, we got single numbers, all right? People was talking about numbers, single numbers being code. Play that code number, which, okay, that's cool. Play the code number, but where I'm playing it and why I'm playing it. No. Where I'm playing it and why I'm playing it, I didn't know. So what I did, I said, well, let me make 3 columns here from 0 to 9. And what I'll do, every time a winning number come in, I'll mark it off using the PICK-3 plan strategy and the law of average and everything. So since we had that 221 come in, I'll mark off the 2 on the front and see at a glance, I know that's the first time it came in for the whole month. Then I'll mark off the 2 in the middle, and I can tell just by the check marks, look like it's 4 times that 2 fell in the middle. Then on the back, I mark off the 1. Look like that 1 that fell 4 times on the back at a glance. Now what I'm looking for is what numbers haven't failed and move them over to the following month with some kind of highlighter if you want to use, or you can just underline them like I did. And here, another example of winning, getting in the winner circle. I realized in Missouri that these 7s, and this, I thought I was tripping, hadn't hit with no number for 2 months. 60 days, if you played a number with a 7 in it, it didn't hit for whatever draw it was on. Oh, in Missouri, you didn't win because no 7 hit. So what I did, I played triple 7s and 7s front, 7 backs, if you know what I meant, and then run this wheel to 7s. And they came in and I won. So see, this way, you're not in a rush of winning. You're not trying to hurry yourself to win because time is on your side. If you just track the numbers and watch the way they're lining up and falling where it's beneficial to you, then you can bang them. You can hit them good. But you have to be patient. That's why I say play them till they come, make that money, y'all. Peace and love. Or OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget. You're going to have to be organized. You're going to need something like this or something similar where you know what's going on with these numbers and why you would be playing them to win, to hit them good. Okay, so that's an example where the 7 7s hadn't came in. And that's strategy number 3. Now here is strategy number 4. And it helps you be patient to keep playing your numbers till they come because you have an eye on seeing how long it really takes for these numbers to fall and hit. And it ain't going to be no next day or next 4 days, next 5 days. I play my numbers for 60 days, but I stick with my budget and I know how I'm going to cut back when I have to cut back and what I'm cutting back on. Okay, now, or 90 days. But I know when to load up, when I hit. I ain't starting from scratch every day trying to figure out what number to play from a previous number that failed. So we got the 221, you got the front pair and the back pair. These numbers are the same, top and bottom. So the 2-2 on the front, see, 2-2 on the front fell already. I just put a check mark. I just want to be aware that they came in, but I like putting a little check mark to know that it came again or something, so I can see how many times it hit in my head. And then the 21 on the back. See if see here. I just put that look like the third time it's hit for the whole year. Because this here is a yearly tally of what's going on with the front pair and the back pairs of the numbers. All right. And the way I use this to see what numbers are left for the end of the year working with the law average, what would be good numbers for me to play. So you'll be able to build a strategy and skill set as you're tracking through the year. Okay. Now look here. Triples. I don't play triples unless no triple fall up to November or December. And then I still might not play a triple all year. Because those triples don't pay any more money and they got the less chance of all the pick three numbers are hitting because you only got 10 of them to hit. And I use this specifically to see what triples I might play. Say 00 on the front don't fall and 00 on the back don't fall, and I know no triples fell all the way up to November, I'm playing triple zeros because I'm matching the front and the back up. Or same way, if double ones on the front don't fall, double ones on the back ain't fell, and no triples have fallen all year, then I'm going to play the ones instead of trying to play all those triples and hit. Most people want to play all the triples, and it take up burn your money up. Yeah. Let's see. And then I can do the same with numbers. And I have done. Okay. My brother's birthday is 5/27. And I forget what year it was. His birthday did not come one year at all. So, like I say, working with the law average, I look at numbers that ain't fail to put in my bucket list to play. So, or to make them my everyday carry numbers. So, his birthday 5/27. I realized also with his birthday not falling at all, the 5/2 on the front didn't fall, and the 2/7 on the back never fell. So that really made it hot for me to carry. So I made sure I was carrying it as regular as possible. Every chance I got, I played it. So his birthday was on a Saturday. I ain't gonna forget it. So I matched the 5/2 with the 27, the 2/7, and I said, and I played it exact. See, this here helps you hit exact. So I said, on his birthday, I said, it's his birthday, I'm gonna load up on that 5/2/7. It came in exactly like that because it hadn't hit all year. Last year and hadn't hit that year either. So I loaded up on it. He had a good birthday party that day, thanks to me. But yeah, you want to match. If say this 41 don't fall, and you know the 14 on the back don't fall. That's 414, right? And you know that the 414 didn't fall. You want to add that to your numbers to look at playing and why you want to play them. That's just an example. Now you're probably gonna see something different in your state, but the principle is going to be the same. You want to match the front with the back. Like another good hit I did, 722 and 227 hadn't failed in Missouri again. But I realized that the 7-2 on the front hadn't failed. Okay? And the 2-7 on the back hadn't failed. And I won that way. So that's what you're looking for. You're not wanting to guess why you're playing your numbers. You should know the why or why you're playing that number to hit it. You can match any of them up like that. If this 1-6 don't fall on the front, and you see that the 6-2 ain't fell on the back, that would be your number. My other indicator would be if that 162 didn't fall for the whole year. And you will get that if you're tracking with the pick there at a glance workout sheet. So you get that. if you're doing this sheet tracking. That's how you win, everybody, in your state, because nobody's number's going to run the same. See here? This is how you win. You look at the sheet and say, okay, that number didn't fall, and the front and the back didn't fall for the whole year. Here's my number. And let me show you what I did when I came over to Illinois. I was in Missouri, but I had to come over in Illinois for medical reasons. And you're going to have, I put up for every, you're going to have to go back and get your data. If you're from Illinois, I put up a video with your data in it. See here, I went back. I know every number that didn't fall for this year. I do a summary sheet, and when I do this here is a monthly sheet. I do a yearly summary sheet, like I got to put that 122 on here, circle it off. I mean, 221. It came 221, but it shows as 122 for the year. This is my yearly. I know what double didn't fall. I know what triple didn't fall. I know everything just at a glance of this. Okay. Once you catch up like this here, everything else will be downhill. Because all you're going to do is transfer the numbers. And it don't, once you do the rundown on it, it won't take you but a minute to find the base number, find the column, mark it off. Make a little homework out of it. But it'd be worth it, because once you get to understand what's going on here, you won't be burning up all your money trying to win. Because you'll see what the numbers are doing, actually doing. That you're not going to see with the grids, the root sums, the date sums, tic-tac-toes. You're just not going to see it. Now, let's see. It shows you that. And this had an empty strategy number 4 front pair, back pair sheet look. When you started from scratch. Usually what I do, when I do a summary sheet, starting like when I came to Illinois, because I got over here about June, so I had to catch up the data. I'll do just strategy number 1, and this here is strategy number 4, strategy number 4, so I can see where the front pairs and back pairs on the number. It won't take but a minute to do that. Well, I ain't gonna say a minute, but it's easy. If 1, 2, 3 came in, you circle off the 12 on the front and the 23 on the back. Bam, that number done. On the sheet. Now, okay, got that one. We did the front pairs and the back pairs. And why I say that I just want to start calling the 1,000 numbers not mirrored numbers, but actual opposite numbers, rather than, because everybody's using terminology mirror for rundowns and stuff like that, flipping and mirroring single individual numbers. And a lot of people, say they off one number and they off that. And the reason being, you might say you off one number. If you don't know why you playing a number, you wouldn't off a number, you just missed the whole number entirely. That's the way I see it. Let's see here. And you want to make yourself let yourself be organized when you plan the numbers here. Okay, and that's why I try to keep it simple, keep it extra simple, so you can be organized. That's why I only use the 111 rundown to keep everything simple for you to use. Because I wasn't good in math, and I don't know how I came up with this. I know how I came up with it because the dogs and the cats was looking at me because they wasn't getting fed. The landlord would knock on the front door. I run out the back door. Everybody need to be paid. I had to hide the car, make sure, because I'm messing with these numbers and I didn't know what I was doing. But, necessity makes a change, make people change, you know what I'm saying? So I came up with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy, my own system. Now, you've heard the terminology mirroring numbers, and I got away from that calling them mirroring numbers. I call them opposite numbers. I don't want to call them mirroring because to me they're not really mirrors. They're actually opposite. 1,000 numbers are actually opposite each other. And that, I might use that term because I've been using it for a year or so or better. But if I say it, I'm going to try to correct myself real quick. So I want to say opposite. Let me see something here. We're going to go to that. But I'm going to show you this here too. Yep, got to get away from that stuff. That's how you can't see what's going on. That's how you can't see what's going on. You want to get away from flipping and mirroring numbers and all that and see what's going on with the actual 1,000 numbers and study them. Study more than you play. OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget. Okay. Be organized, be patient, and play responsibly. It ain't worth you losing nothing and nobody over. Just take your time. You'll see what these numbers are doing. And they can cheat. Just go to Eddie Tipton. He cheated the lottery out of millions of dollars and worked for him and went to jail for it. So if he could cheat it and do it and win, they can do it. See here? Working with the law average. See these 1,000? This is from double zero to nines. Okay? This is triple zeros to triple nines. That's all 1,000 numbers. So me with nothing to do, I wanted to see how long it would take for me to mark all these straights off, all these numbers. It took me 3 years. I went back to 3 years of data to mark. That's why I say it takes almost 3 years for all these numbers to rotate and change positions for you to mark them off. That's why you have to track the individual numbers and see what's going on with them. And because you're only going to get a third of the 1,000 numbers, a little bit more each year. That's all you're going to get. That's going to come exact, like on these 1,000 numbers. So that's why it's important that you track the actual 1,000 numbers to win and see what's going on with them. Because they got to work with the law average. They have to rotate. And that, is an advantage, but it's not a huge advantage because you still got 1 in 1,000 odds, and those 1,000 numbers going to run randomly. There's no rhyme or reason to what number's going to fall the next day. But they will work by the law average. They will change positions. 1, 2, 3 will change position with 1, 3, 2, and then 2, 1, 3, then 2, 2, 3, 1, then 3, 1, 2, then 3, 2, 1. They're going to do that. But you need to be able to see what they're doing to win. Okay? And that's why it takes 3 years. Okay. I think. Now here, understanding, they call it mirror, but I call it opposite numbers because they actually opposite. Those 1,000 I just showed you. Now, if you take zero, this is the number line. If you say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 on top, you add 5 to the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 on top, and the 5 to the 0 gives you 5. 5 to 1 gives you 6. 5 to 2 gives you 7. 5 to 3 gives you 8. 5 to 4 gives you 9. These numbers are opposites to each other. A 0 opposite of 5, 5 opposite 0. 1 opposite of 6, 6 opposite of 1. 2 opposite of 7, 7 opposite of 2. 3 opposite of 8, 8 opposite of 3. 4 opposite of 9, 9 opposite of 4. It's just like taking those 1,000 numbers and dividing them in half. And what you have here on the top is the triple zeros to 499, and then you got the opposite numbers of those is 500 and 999. Okay. Now, say you played 0, 1, 2, and the lottery played 5, 6, 7. They just played the exact opposite number, the bottom number down here, than what you played, and that happens. And you'll be able to recognize that. They want to call them mirrored, but I don't want to use that because too many people interchange mirrors and flips, and they two different total what I call it, different meaning, two different strategies or algorithms. That's why I want to get away from it with the PICK-3 at a glance. I'll just say opposite numbers so there won't be no confusion with what I'm teaching. The XXI 0, 1, 2 is exact opposite at the bottom of the 5, 6, 7. 0 opposite 5, 5 opposite 0, 1 opposite 6, 6 opposite 1, 2 opposite 7, 7 opposite 2. That to me makes a lot of sense because they want to say, well, mirror this number or flip to that number. And then some of them mean flip when they mean mirror, and you're totally confused. So we have to get away from all that confusion in order to win in all the states. Because some people interchange, and I used to be guilty of that. But as I, went more in depth in studying it, realizing that mirrors and opposite wasn't mirrors and a flip were totally different strategies and number meanings, I just got away from that altogether. Now, say you played the 7, 8, 9, and the lottery played the 2, 3, 4, the opposite number, exact opposite, then right here, you played the 7, 8, 9, and here's the top, exact opposite, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If you played 5, 5, 1, and the lottery played the 0, 6, 0, 0, 6. 5 is 0, 0 is a 5 twice. And then the 1 is a 6. There you go. Exact opposite numbers. Top, bottom. In the same way, say you played triple zeros and the lottery played triple 5. They played the exact opposite bottom number of what you were playing. All right? That's why I call them opposites, because they're going to be opposite each other if you took the thousand numbers and divide them in half. Now, where else am I at? And the beauty of that with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy, like I always say, these 1,000 numbers, I condensed them with 22 columns. So at a glance, you know what's going on with all these 1,000 numbers. Last week I came up with this, people. I laugh at myself. Hey, Seashell, I laugh at myself, believe me, that I come up with this. Believe me, I do. I do. I'm like, how did I do this? I didn't come up with it. I told y'all how I came up with it. I was stressed. I was losing. Didn't know why I was losing. Didn't know how to get out the hole. I was hurting. I was hurting for certain. And then I said, well, I need to share this with people. And I was blessed at 73 to be able to do it. I don't know. I guess I don't want to say it's all my purpose, but yeah. And I did. I was trying to maybe figure out how to do a book at one time, and then I retired at 70 and got tired of running from the back window to the front window to the back window to the front window. I said, I got to find something to do with this time. And then some said, what about that PICK-3 glance strategy you came up with? You was talking about you was going to share with everybody. Why are you doing that? Then I said, well, I don't know. I was an advocate of YouTube. You know, it's probably one of the first social media platforms that I was kind of familiar with, and other than Facebook. And some say, well, start a YouTube channel. I said, I don't know nothing about no YouTube channel. I said, what I'm gonna do with a YouTube channel? So I went kind of passed it by my buddies and asked them about some of them. They said, you gonna start a YouTube channel? I said, yeah. They say, well, you know about YouTube. And one of them had just flipped over his VCR. They still have VCR. I say, I don't know, but I'm gonna give it a try. And my first video I made in my pajamas, and that went pretty good, I guess. I think I still got it down. You go to my very first video. But yeah, so 2 years later, 300 and almost 3,500 subscribers. Here I am. So don't ever say what you can't do, because we don't know what's in store for us and what'll happen in our lives. All we got to do a lot of times is just try. Just try. Okay. So the beauty of the opposite numbers, each one of these columns got the number and its opposite in it. The singles and the doubles. And how I use that? Let's go with this 024, because I know you see it. I'm not blocking anything. This 024 is 024. The opposite number of it is 579. You go down here, there's the 579. The 135, the opposite of it is 680. Right there. Because a 6 is a 1, a 1 is a 6, a 3 is a 8, a 8 is a 3, a 5 is a 0, a 0 is a 5. Every last one of these columns, has its opposite. And how you use that, remember when I was saying you tracking each day, and then you making a monthly sheet, you have your annual sheet. What's this, October? Around November, when I started doing my monthly sheets, the October and November sheet, I highlight all the numbers that haven't played off that column. So when I look to play a column, I automatically know what numbers didn't fall off that column. So if I know that a column ain't hit in 3 months or 4 months, I'm telling you, that's what it can take that long for these numbers to hit. That's why I don't be trying to hit numbers the next day. Hello. Was it Randy? I can't hardly see. I had eye surgery, so forgive me. But welcome anyway. My eyes are still healing. But I don't, that's why I'm trying to hit. I see what the numbers are doing. Time is on my side because I'm just watching and study. Study more than you play. So if a column ain't hit in 3 months, I automatically know what numbers I'm going to pull off that column. The number one thing I'm going to look for is the number and its opposite. If it didn't play in all that time, I'm definitely going to play those two. If I don't play the whole column, 50-cent box. But I'm going to stay with this column until it hits. And I'm going to know what numbers, how the numbers fell off that column. I'm going to know if the back pair or front pair haven't failed or did fall, how to play it. I'm going to know if the number fell in the middle or didn't fall in the middle. I'm going to know how the pairs are ran, if the pairs ran or not off the numbers. I'm gonna have all that data in my head. Not I think because there ain't a lot of data if you're looking directly at it every day and using the workout sheet every day. And it don't take but about 10 to 15 minutes to check the column, to check the pairs, to check the single digits, and check the front pair and back pair. And you're done. You can go to your honeydew list. If you're a man, and I guess a woman got a honeydew list, you go to her honeydew list, whatever it is. You're done. And then when you get ready to play, you're gonna make your bucket list of numbers that you know. If you know this column, you're gonna probably have your bucket list of numbers to play to that column hit, and you'll see how long it takes for your columns to hit. You won't be guessing. I hope I'm making sense. Hope I'm making sense. Don't burn your money up. Study more than you play. It'll come to you, believe me. Then when you bang them, bless the channel as the channel blesses you now. That's why I don't put no numbers up like that, because I know it's not me doing the work that's going to get you in the winning circle. It's going to be you doing the work getting you in the winning circle with this strategy, and you'll see. And people are blessing me. I'm so blessed. They are blessing me because they see it works and they're winning. Okay. Go through this here, and you see how these. Okay, they got the tic-tac-toes here. This is one of the strategies. And like I say, the rundowns, they can make a rundown number out of all those 1,000 numbers to try to hit. Okay. That 122 came in. And this one of the workouts they use. 1, 2. No, but it wasn't 122. I did that wrong. Okay, I can fix it. It's 2, 2, 1. 2, 2, 1. And this is one of the algorithms or strategies they use to try to figure out what numbers come the next day. So what you do, you add, and they can do it as 2, 2, 1. They got a way to do it as 2, 2, 1 here, or put the 2, 2, 1 in the middle, or put the 2, 2, 1 here, or put the 2, 2, 1 here, or put the 2, 2, 1 here, the 2, 2, 1 there. They got a 1,000 different ways to try to win to figure out what numbers come next day. It ain't happening, folks. So that's all I'm gonna say, y'all. Ain't gonna be no algorithm. If you do, it's gonna be luck. Ain't no rhyme or reason to how these 1,000 numbers gonna fall. Only thing you can do is track and work with the law average. Now here, yeah, 1 to the 1 you get 2, 1 to 2 you get 3. You're gonna add 1 all around. You got 3. 1 to the 3 you get 4. 1 to 4 you get 5. 1 to 5 you get 6. 1 to 6 you get 7. Okay. Now, what they want to do is come up with a list of numbers for you to try to figure out what numbers come the next day. Okay? So they're going to go this way first. They're going to go horizontally. They're going to go 2, 4, 3. They're going to go 5, 2, 2. They're going to go 6, 7, 1. 6, 7, 1. Got that done. Then they're going to go up and down this way, vertically. And they're going to go, let's go 2, 5, 6. They're going to make that 2, 5, 6. Then they're going to go 4, 2, 7. Then they're going to go 3, 2, 1. Then they like to do these corners. They're going to go 7, 1, 2. 7, 1, 2. Then they're going to go 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And then they're going to go 4, 2, 5. 4, 2, 5. And then they're going to go 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. So that's all the corners covered. Then they want to tell you to go 4, 2, 5 again, or they can make as many numbers as they want out of it. But the problem here, when you get these numbers, if you ain't tracking, have no idea why you playing these numbers. And if you play that next day, it's gonna be strictly luck that you hit it. You ain't the next day you ain't gonna know nothing more than what you knew before. But tracking, at least you know what's going on with the numbers. If you're tracking all 1,000 numbers. Now, so this is the number that came in when you do that. This 221 that came in today. We're trying to figure out what number is going to come the next day out of these numbers here. So you play these numbers, which I used to do or try to do. And the next day, the number that comes in, all right, is the next day 248 come in. Okay, let's say 248 comes in. And then they tell you, and that's why I don't want to use that mirror stuff on these numbers. And they see it ain't there. First thing they're going to tell you is, oh man, it was right here in front of our face. All we had to do was play the opposite number was the 8. This 3 is an 8. There it was right there. There that 248 is. Man, you ain't going to win like that. Because if you can change any of these numbers to be anything you want them to be, you're going to find 99% of those numbers every day. Almost in any of those numbers. If you flipping and mirroring any of those numbers, you do the rundown on. Ain't going to tell you nothing. Ain't going to tell you. Hey, BLZ, how you doing, buddy? Well, you know now. We know now. We know. Yep. But they don't tell you anything. When you start tracking, you're going to see. Or they do let's see here. Let me see if I got another sheet here. We got the 221. I'm gonna use another number here. Same thing. This is a workout. I use the 111. Or let me show you another thing they'll do. Then this is what they'll do too. If, say, none of these numbers work, they'll, and I used to try to figure, but I don't really use them that much anymore, but I'm just making an example here. What they do is if the number don't come in and the next number come in, they'll find it somehow inside the number. Let's say, I want to make sure I give you an example if I can. They say, well, say 925 come in. 925, 925. Then they'll say, there it is here. And I've seen examples like that. 925. They say, here it is right here. All you had to do was make that 4 a 9. And they will, y'all. Okay. BLC's been with me a long time. He tracks the numbers. He do it for a lot of states. He does it off a lottery post, and he can calculate some of this. But like I said, uh, track for yourself too, in case he missed something. If he's calling something for your state, if you can, accumulate the data. Okay, is everybody getting alerts on when I post? Well, I know I say I post about 11 o'clock. So when I go live, I try to put up notifications that I'm going live, so everybody can get a notification. But that's pretty much it. I was, you study more than you play. The numbers aren't going anywhere. Believe me, they're not going anywhere. Uh, like I said, on noise again. I tell you what I'm playing and how I'm playing them. And if you have to back off on the numbers, back off. But if you're tracking, keep tracking. You know what you're looking to play instead of just pulling numbers out anywhere, out of the sky anywhere, like I used to. If it was raining, I played this certain number. If it was snowing, I played this number. If the sun was out, I played that number. On full moons, I played this number. That don't work. Because I didn't know why I was playing them, and if they was even due to be played or needed to be played. Like here, what I did. This is for Illinois. What I have here is all the numbers and their opposites that haven't played up to now. Okay. So these are my numbers that I'll more likely be playing for the rest of the year. And then what I'll do is I'm going to reinvest in these numbers. This is what I call a bucket list of numbers because these here haven't failed. And I know the O1, that's why I was telling you about that O1 and the 5-6 pair, they opposite each other. So I'm figuring that this here should come out real soon for me. And I play these straight box. I play these straight box, which is $4. I play these 50 box. So any one of these that come in, I'm loading up over here because I know they should be coming in pretty soon. And then here, what I like about this, you have three of these opposite numbers here that haven't hit, and they opposite. The number or its opposite haven't failed. So this combination here, I would probably play these, not spend all my money up, 50-cent box. Then when I hit anything here, I'll double up really much. I'm gonna pour into this one here, and everything circled didn't hit here. That's hot for Illinois. But like anybody, leave something in the comments if you got questions. Um, Email me. Try to email me. I don't know if the comments are getting out or whatever, but I think I trust the comments. The emails better, or you can call, or I do one-on-one counseling for a fee, minor fee. Uh, I'm not looking for you to try to bless me until you hit, because I don't know how deep you are in the hole or where you are at in the position, but most people uh, is looking for a quick fix, and there's no quick fix, you know. But that's and I do the workout sheets. I send those out to you because nothing's like to me working it on paper so you can see what's going on. And I send them through PDF to through your email, and you can print them out at any print shop, print store, Office Max, one of them. They'll print them out for you. Yeah, and that's you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All I can say, hey, start tracking your own number for your own state. I'm telling you. All right. You got anything, BLC? Any little Q&A going on here for a minute here? Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Let me see. Okay, yeah, all the prayers. All right. Are you looking at the opposite prayers? I hear you. Yeah, I focus on it when the 2-2 and the 7-7, when the opposite number pairs haven't failed, like I did with the 4-4 and the 9-9 on BLC. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I really, because you just don't know if they don't. I do that same thing on say column like column 044 and 400. If both of those columns don't hit, that's when I look to play both of them together. Because I know one or the other will hit 9 out of 10 that following month. But if one is playing and the other one ain't, and the other one ain't played, I don't mess with it too much. I want to look at what two columns have not failed. That other than the singles, singles you can't do like that, but the doubles you can do like that. I'm doing good, BLC. Opposite pairs is due for Illinois. Let me see here. You talking about evening? Well, I know you're talking about evening, so let me get them. It's not. I don't think it was that many. Remember, I just showed you. I was about 4 pairs for Illinois. I was looking at that. I'm like, wow. I was definitely looking at that. I was definitely looking at that. Let me show you. Illinois got a little something different going on, but like I said, I only been here about 6 months, so where's some pairs at? Yeah, I was looking at that because they only got 4 pairs that ain't played mid, top and bottom, and that 3-2 just came. See here, there's uh, there's really no opposite pair. Hold on. So you got this is the pair. You got the 17. Or you talking for the month? I'm talking about for the year though. The 17, the 37, the 50, and 88. Them the only pairs on the front that's left to play. And then on the back, you got the 22, the 39, the 42, and the 50. It's only 4 for the whole year. Yeah. Um, because here, the 122. Here the 12 and the 22. This is bigger. I use this sheet too to do shorts sometimes. But yeah, now here too. If I look at a pair opposite pairing field, like let's see, at the end of the month, then no, that's I'm looking at playing the opposite pairs like that. If that's what you're talking about, the single pairs or the front pair and back pair. No opposite is left for the front pair and back pair for the year. They haven't failed. So I would probably just go to the single pairs for each month to see. Like I've seen that '01 and it's 5.6 and it's '04 and it's 5.9 as opposite pairs. I'm the only one that I've seen that didn't fall. For Illinois. They say okay. What is strategy when there are no opposite pairs for the? What's the strategy when there's no opposite pairs for the month? I look for what pair hadn't played the longest. You see that? You see what I'm saying? I look for what pair is the longest out. I don't really too much worry about it. Like that 3-8 pair that hadn't played for 128 days. Or that pair hasn't been out the longest. Then when I hit, I'll grab that pair and wheel it down from 0 to 9. Or if I see some reason to play the front and the back, I'll see what out of that hasn't played on the front and the back or how to play it. That's what I look for. Okay, glad you got it. Any other questions? Right, yeah. Why not do a fall? Working with the law average. That's why you'll know when things are out of whack. It's really good for you to hit them, to be able to hit them. Like I say, when you see something way off, you be like, okay, here's something I should be able to tackle, a hit. The 5-5 pair, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yep. You're right. When that 5-5 and 0 pair missing. Yep. You got it. Yep. Instead of focusing on the 5-5. Yep. That seems to work the best for me. Same way I do the columns. If I know 2 columns ain't fail off them doubles, then I'm looking at one of the others saying, yep. Yep, it is, ain't it? Yep, it's interesting. It's just take a little discipline to stay online, stay there. Yeah, it takes just stay focused. All right, family. We got any more? Thanks so much. I hope everyone having a happy Friday. And Scott, thanks for visiting us. Pretty much that's what I would do, Scott. If you got two good pairs here for the month on the opposites, I'll keep my eyes on them and maybe hope they go a little longer to the next month. Then I'm really on them. Right. Yep. That's what you do. Match those pairs with your overdue numbers and your missing columns. Yep. It'll come to you. And like I say, the best thing you know why you yep. Once you start strategizing, it'll come to you. But then, like I say, everybody's number's going to be a little different. But the law average will fall in where you'll see what's going on. Like I said, when you see a number and its opposite don't fall, you know to roll those two, especially if you see that they ain't failing 2 months or 3 months, because you won't miss it because it's right there in front of your face. Yep. All right, family. You guys have a lovely day. I think I got everybody that asked something. Chess and numbers. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, hey, she'll be she'll be good at finding those numbers. I'm sure. Little 7-year old. Okay. All right, family. Have a good one. Play up in the come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing the lucky town.